Gyuto might be one of the most reserved characters you'll meet in Demon Slayer. He doesn't talk much, and when he does, it's always straight to the point. Some might call him cold, but that's far from the truth. Beneath his quiet exterior lies a storm of emotions. His water-breathing techniques reflect his personality. Fluid, adaptable, yet powerful enough to wipe out any demon in his path. When we first meet Gyu, he's already a Hashira, showing his expertise when he encounters Tanjiro and Nezuko. Without hesitation, he steps into the role of protector, though his methods might seem harsh. But what really drives Gyu? His past is filled with loss. He's haunted by the death of his family and friends, especially his sister, whose death pushed him to join the Demon Slayer Corps. Gyu feels an immense sense of responsibility, not only to those he's lost but to those he protects. That's why he's so hard on himself. He believes that he should have been the one to die, not them. Can you imagine carrying that kind of weight every day? Fighting not only demons but the guilt that gnaws at you from within? It's that emotional depth that makes Gyu such a compelling character. Yet, despite his inner turmoil, Gyu never falters when it comes to his duties. He may be quiet, but his actions speak volumes. In every battle, you can see the way he puts his heart and soul into every strike. He doesn't fight for glory or recognition. He fights because he knows the cost of failure. His story is one of redemption, proving that even in silence, strength can be found. Kyojuro Rengoku. Kyojuro Rengoku is impossible to forget. From the moment he steps onto the screen, he radiates a contagious energy. His signature flame breathing is a perfect match for his personality, bright, fierce, and full of life. Kyojuro is the kind of person who always has a smile on his face, no matter how dire the situation. He believes in living life to the fullest and protecting others with everything he's got. His passion isn't just in his fighting style, it's in his heart. But Kyojuro's life hasn't been without its hardships. He grew up in a family of flame breathers, with a father who once held the title of Flame Hashira, but later became distant and disillusioned. Despite his father's lack of support, Kyojuro dedicated himself to becoming a Hashira, driven by his deep sense of duty and his mother's words. "You were born strong so that you can protect the weak." Those words shaped Kyojuro into the hero he is, pushing him to embody the very best qualities of a warrior. One of the most unforgettable moments in Demon Slayer is Kyojuro's fight with the Upper Moon Demon, Akaza, aboard the Mugen train. Despite knowing he's outmatched, Kyojuro refuses to back down. Even when his body is pushed to its limits, his spirit never falters. Have you ever seen someone fight so hard for what they believe in, even when they know the odds are stacked against them? That's Kyojuro. He fights not just for victory, but for the values he holds dear: courage, honor, and compassion. In the end, Kyojuro's flame burns bright until the very last moment, leaving a lasting impression on everyone who knew him and on us as viewers. His story is a testament to living life with unwavering resolve, and his courage is something we can all aspire to even in our darkest times. Shinobu Kocho. When you first meet Shinobu Kocho, you might underestimate her. She's small, almost fragile looking, and her soft smile makes her seem more like a healer than a fighter. But that's what makes her so dangerous. She is a master of deception. Unlike the other Hashira, Shinobu's sword isn't designed to slice off a demon's head. Instead, she wields a thin blade coated with wisteria poison, capable of killing demons with just a single well-placed strike. Her insect-breathing style is fast and precise, allowing her to hit her enemies before they even realize what's happening. But there's a darkness behind Shinobu's smile. She's carrying the weight of a devastating loss. Her older sister, Kanai, was brutally killed by demons. That tragedy shaped Shinobu into the fighter she is today, pushing her to become the Insect Hashira. Her goal isn't just to kill demons, it's to avenge her sister and protect others from experiencing the same pain. Can you imagine going through life with such a heavy heart, yet still finding the strength to smile every day? That's the complexity of Shinobu. She's a warrior who fights with both her intellect and her heart. But Shinobu isn't just about revenge. Her strength comes from her deep compassion for others. She hates demons for what they've done, but she also wishes for a world where demons and humans could coexist in peace. That dream, though it seems impossible, shows that Shinobu's heart is as big as her skill in battle. Her story is a reminder that even in a world filled with violence, there's always room for hope and kindness. Tengen Uzui. Tengen Uzui is the definition of flamboyant. Everything he does with flair. From his extravagant outfits to his larger-than-life personality. But Tengen isn't just about flash. His sound breathing technique is incredibly powerful, allowing him to read his enemies' movements through sound vibrations and strike with pinpoint accuracy. His battle style is a perfect reflection of his character, loud, flashy, and impossible to ignore. Tengen's story, though, isn't just about his fighting skills. He grew up in a strict shinobi clan, where survival and strength were valued above all else. Tengen was one of 9 siblings, but only he and one of his brothers survived their harsh upbringing. Despite his father's brutal teachings, Tengen rejected the shinobi way of life, choosing instead to live on his own terms. Have you ever had to break away from the path someone else set for you? That's what Tengen did. He found his own way, and in doing so, he discovered what it truly means to be strong. One of the most fascinating things about Tengen is his relationship with his 3 wives. Yes, 3 wives. But don't mistake his flamboyance for arrogance. Tengen loves and respects them deeply, and they form a powerful team both in and out of battle. Tengen's strength isn't just his physical abilities, it's his loyalty, his love for his family, and his refusal to be defined by his past. His story is one of freedom, reminding us that we have the power to shape our own lives, no matter where we come from. Mitsuri Kanroji. Mitsuri Kanroji might just be the sweetest person you'll ever meet in Demon Slayer, but don't let that fool you. When it's time to fight, she transforms into an absolute powerhouse. Her love-breathing technique is as graceful as it is deadly, allowing her to move with lightning speed while wielding a unique, flexible sword. But what really sets Mitsuri apart is her raw physical strength. She's incredibly strong, able to lift boulders and strike with enough force to shatter a demon's defenses. Mitsuri's journey to becoming a Hashira is both heartwarming and relatable. She always struggled with feeling different, mainly because of her extraordinary strength. She initially tried to hide her abilities, feeling that they made her less feminine and unlovable. But over time, she came to embrace who she truly is. Isn't that something we all struggle with? Trying to fit in when we're meant to stand out? Mitsuri's story is about self-acceptance. She realized that her strength is a gift, not something to be ashamed of. Her warm, loving nature extends to her comrades, who she sees as family. Mitsuri fights not just because she's strong, but because she loves so deeply. And in that love, she finds her greatest strength. She's a reminder that kindness doesn't make you weak. It makes you invincible. Muichiro Tokito. Muichiro Tokito may be young, but don't let his age fool you. He's a prodigy who became a Hashira in just 2 months, a feat that's practically unheard of. His mist-breathing technique mirrors his personality, cool, elusive, and hard to pin down. At first, Muichiro seems distant, almost detached from the world around him. But there's a reason for that. After a traumatic event in his past, Muichiro lost his memory, leaving him unsure of who he is or what drives him. As the story unfolds, we learn more about Muichiro's tragic past. He was separated from his twin brother during a demon attack, a loss that left him emotionally numb. How do you find purpose when you can't even remember who you are? That's the question Muichiro grapples with. But even with his fragmented memory, he continues to fight, proving that our true strength doesn't always come from what we remember. It comes from what we believe in. Muichiro's journey is one of self-discovery, as he slowly pieces together his memories and realizes that despite the pain, he has something worth fighting for. His quiet strength is a reminder that even when we feel lost, we can still find our way. Gyomei Himejima. Gyomei Himejima might be the most physically imposing of all the Hashira, but his gentle spirit is what truly sets him apart. As the stone Hashira, he uses his stone breathing technique alongside a massive spiked flail and axe, making him one of the most formidable fighters in the series. But what makes Gyomei truly remarkable is his resilience. Despite being blind, he fights with incredible precision, relying on his heightened senses to detect his enemies' movements. Gyomei's story is one of deep tragedy. Before becoming a Hashira, he lived as a caretaker for orphans, but his life took a dark turn when a demon attacked the temple where they lived. He tried to protect the children, but most were killed, leaving Gyomei broken and guilt-ridden. How do you move forward when you've lost everything you care about? Gyomei found solace in his faith and his desire to protect others, becoming a pillar of strength for the Demon Slayer Corps. His story reminds us that strength isn't just about physical power. It's about the strength to endure, to protect, and to believe in something greater than ourselves. Sanemi Shinazugawa. Sanemi Shinazugawa is as fierce as the wind itself. His wind-breathing technique is brutal and unforgiving, much like his personality. Sanemi is one of the most aggressive Hashira, and he makes no secret of his hatred for demons. but beneath his tough exterior lies a deep well of pain. Sanemi has experienced more loss than most, losing nearly his entire family to demons, including his younger brother, Genya. Sanemi's hatred for demons runs so deep that he even uses his own blood, poisonous to demons, as a weapon. But his anger isn't just about revenge, it's about protecting what little he has left. Can you imagine being driven by so much pain that it fuels your every move? That's Sanemi. His harsh demeanor hides a heart that's been scarred by loss, but also one that fiercely protects those he loves. Sanemi's story is about the delicate balance between rage and compassion. He may be angry, but his anger comes from a place of deep love and an unshakable desire to protect others. Obanai Iguro. Obanai Iguro is as elusive as the serpents he commands. His snake-breathing technique allows him to strike with precision and agility, much like his namesake. But Obanai's story is one of redemption. Born into a family that worshipped demons, Obanai was raised in a corrupt household where human sacrifices were the norm. He managed to escape that life, but the trauma of his past still haunts him. Obanai is deeply loyal to the Demon Slayer Corps and to his fellow Hashira, particularly Mitsuri Kanroji, with whom he shares a special bond. But his cold, calculating nature makes it hard for others to get close to him. How do you learn to trust others when all you've known is betrayal? That's the struggle Obanai faces every day. His story is about breaking free from the chains of his past and forging a new path, a path of honor, loyalty, and love. So, which Hashira's story resonates with you the most? Leave a comment and let us know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss out on the next amazing story. The world of Demon Slayer is full of incredible characters, and we can't wait to explore more with you.